So let's dive into some of the simplest Amazon ads you can create to get your book launched and your ads going. So you're going to want to go to advertising.amazon.com, sign in. You're going to go to the advertising console here and sign in with your KDP credentials. You're going to hit create campaign, and we're going to be focusing just on the sponsored products. And there are many types of sponsored products that we're going to use. So for the first one, I recommend that you give your title of your ad something so you can remember what book it is. So for example, an acronym for the title of your book. And then our first one's going to be just an auto ad. What I recommend is that you just start it today and let it run continually, and you start with about a $5 a day budget, and you're going to stick here with it selected for automatic targeting. For all of the ads, we're going to go dynamic bids down only. So the default here is going to be serving us really well. And if for some reason your dashboard looks a little different than mine, just stick with the defaults for right now. You can add your own text. To keep it really simple, though, we're going to advertise without any text at all. You need to name your ad group. This really doesn't matter. I often actually just keep ad group 1 here, and then pick the book you want to advertise. It is possible to add more than one book, but again, to keep this really simple, we're just going to select the one book we want to do. I recommend for a default bid right now in like the 30 to 40 cent range, especially if you're just starting. And if you're very risk averse and you're very, very brand new to ads, you can start even smaller, like 20 to 25 cents. For the sake of simplicity in these videos, I'm going to stick with 40-cent default bid. And now, since we've selected the automatic ad, that's actually all we have to do. We don't have to add any keywords or anything. We're going to have an option to do negative keywords. We're not going to worry about that either. We're keeping this super simple, and you hit launch campaign. Next, we're going to target by genre. So again, give it the name, and I just say genre keywords here. Set your daily budget. We'll stick with 5, maybe 10. This time you're going to choose manual targeting, keeping the dynamic bids as it is. Standard ads, just so that we don't have to add text because it saves us a step. You don't really need to name your ad group. Select your book. And now we're going to stick with keyword targeting. We have 2 targeting options. We're going to be doing keyword targeting, and we'll click on enter list. And here you just type in the name of your genre. So my genre is Christian suspense, and then give it just a minute and they'll pull in some suggestions. So add the suggestions, take off any that don't make sense. Like if it says audiobook and you don't have an audiobook, if it says free and you're not free, you can take out some of these, but in general, we'll go with that. If you want to add a couple more genres here, you can, or you can stick with this. You're going to click add keywords, but first we need to adjust our bid. So let's do that. We want to go to custom bid. And again, we'll stick with, anywhere from like 25 to 40 cents is probably a good bet. And then you'll go to add keywords. And when you're ready, you're going to launch. So those are our first 2 ads right there. We did an automatic targeted ad and we did a genre targeted ad. Now we're going to target ourselves. If this is your very first book, I would just say skip this step. But as long as you have a few other books out, I think this can be a great step and really, really effective. So give the book your name. And for these, I just call them my name here. So the same small daily budget. And again, we're going to go to manual targeting. We're going to leave bidding alone. We're going to do the standard ad to save time, keeping the ad group name the same. We're going to select our book, and we are still doing keyword targeting. And we're going to go here to enter list. We're going to change to a custom bid. Put in your custom bid, and now what you're going to do is type in your name and see what pulls up and add those. And again, take off any that don't make sense, like if it says free or if it says paperback, but you're not a paperback. Keep the rest, click add keywords, and you're ready to launch your next one. All right, our last keyword ad is going to be targeting a few other authors in our genre. So I recommend sticking with like 3 to 5 authors who are really close to your subgenre. And we're filling out all of these exactly the same daily budget. We're doing manual targeting and the standard ad. We're going to select our book, and we're going to go to keyword targeting, enter list, custom bid for whatever you decided you want it to be. And now you're going to enter in the name of about 3 other authors and do the same thing. So I'm just going to do myself and show you, but you enter in the name of an author who's real similar to yours, and then just click to add all of those keywords. Browse through them real quick to take off ones that don't apply to you, like if it says audiobook or something like that. Do that for 3 to 5 authors. Click add keywords, and now we have done 1 automatic ad and 3 keyword ads, and we're really on a roll. One more batch of ads I'm going to show you how to do are the product ads. So we're going to go down to manual targeting. We're going to keep everything else the same with the standard ad and so on. I won't tell you that each and every time since you're kind of used to that by now. Here under targeting, we're going to click product targeting, and we will change the default bid to whatever number you have decided that you're comfortable with. Again, start smaller in like the 20 to 25 cents if you're just starting out. And we're going to start with a category. So once you've added your book, often it will have category suggestions for you. If this is a good category that makes sense for you, go ahead and target that. You can also search for categories, and you can add a few categories that seem to make sense, or you could just the one category that seems the closest. So usually you're going to go here to books and then just keep narrowing it down. Here's literature and fiction until you find the categories that make the most sense for you. So for example, genre, literature and fiction, historical fiction, biographical historical fiction. If that's you, you would hit target. You can also search. So for example, let's see if we want to have a cozy or something like that. You can search for categories and see what comes up. Just target 1, 2, 3, or 4 that are really close matches to yours. Hit this target button to select it. And we're ready to launch again. So we're just going to run through 2 more types of ads. Like I said, we're really on a roll here, and you're doing great. This is going to be another product ad targeting your own book's ASINs. So again, this is a step that you can skip if you do not have any other books out. So once you have selected everything, we're going to go to manual targeting, and we are going to go to product targeting, adjust your default bid, and this time, instead of doing categories, we're going to go to individual products. You have 2 options here. You can go to search, and you can search your name. What I find is they don't pull up every single one of your books doing it this way. So I just keep a list of my ASINs. There's also a way to just pull up your own list in your KDP dashboard. When you go to your month-to-date stats, you can just kind of copy and paste. These are going to at least give you the ASINs real easily of the books you've sold in the past month. So that's one way you can do it. So now it's going to pull your own books here, and you can just skip this negative product targeting for now, and you have another campaign ready to launch. The last ad I'm going to show you is another product ad targeting the books of a few other authors in your genre. So before we targeted a couple other authors by name, by keyword, now we're going to be targeting their specific books. So again, we're going to select manual targeting, and we're going to go to product targeting, put in your default bid, and go to individual products. And in this case, it probably is easiest to just search for the name of about 3 other authors who are close genre matches. So put in their name, and then you can just start targeting their books. Here you'll see they pull up a lot of the paperbacks as opposed to the Kindle. So this might be a time where instead of doing it by search, you can go to their Amazon page. This step can take a little bit more time, but I just will open up the ebooks that come up here in new tabs, and then you can highlight the ASINs, which is just this batch of about 10 numbers here. And then you can go ahead and in enter list, you can add those. So it's a little bit longer doing it this way, but if you want to be real thorough, that's a good way you can do it. So once you have about 3 authors in your subgenre and you've targeted all of their ASINs, you can just hit target. It's going to pull them in, and you can again ignore the negative product targeting and hit launch campaign. So those are some of the quickest and easiest ways to set up just a short, small batch of ads whenever you have a new book out or a new release. I hope this was really helpful for you. And if you want more kind of in-depth look at Amazon ads, I've got a full-length Amazon ads course totally ready for you to go to that has lots more in depth. I just wanted to start with this brief overview, and this is also a video you can come back to when you are launching a new book and just run through those sets of 7 ads, and you're going to be well on your way to some great success with your ads. So good luck. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you in the full-length Amazon ads course.